Put the volume down.
Yeah, hold on, let's watch this.
Somebody. Yeah.
Joe Jackson, brother.
People got to bow down.
He's trying to break Daryl, man.
I don't know.
Are they?
Trying to break him.
Is there people in Negan's that are turning against him?
They're trying to get him on Team Negan.
We're gonna discuss the episode a little bit and just kind of talk
Can we start
about.
with the
What was the pomegranate thing, Hannah?
Okay. So, in Greek mythology.
Oh, but can you sit here so the camera can see?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's freaking me out.
You just have to. I'm listening, but
Yeah.
you just kind of like have to.
So in Greek mythology, Persephone is kidnapped by Hades. Demeter bargains with Zeus to have her returned. Persephone, in short, is so overjoyed that she embraces Hades, upon which he slips a single pomegranate seed into her mouth. Now this binds her to hell. So this is how the wedding ensues, the development of the seasons come to pass. She's allowed to leave for a certain amount of time, but she always has to come back. Hence, the decaying of summer into winter, because when Persephone's not with Demeter, Demeter won't allow anything to grow.
Right.
And that's the origin story for the seasons. But the fact that he keeps trying to get her to eat this pomegranate seed, you can go without going.
Not go,
So he kind of like has her
Yeah.
hooked in.
Like bring
kind
her
of.
back in.
Yeah, like
I mean, I was showing up at the doorstep with a pomegranate. That looked heavenly too. And
Yeah,
the door was
right?
open. He's
Well,
like, hey.
But is it deceptive though? Is it trying to make him look like a good guy, but he's not really
it
a good
absolutely
guy?
was deceptive because he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He didn't want to give Persephone back. He wanted a wife. And
But Ezekiel seems like a nice guy though.
But that could be a
it's interesting that
deceptive.
he was talking about the
Pomegranates were
tiger.
so predominant in Greek mythology.
And
I don't
Hades
really
was also
you could
probably the most
tied to that one.
revered god of all because he's the one you were always going to encounter. People are going to worship him. People are going to bow to him. People are going to eat his pomegranate seeds because they know nothing else. He is their god.
That's a good little tidbit, Hannah, dropping knowledge, man. I would not have known that.
Trying to keep Negan hidden from him as well, and Negan wants at least the leaders to see him as their god.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that he was talking about the tiger being solitary thing because I think of like cats. Cats, I think given the chance would kill us. But they like to keep their distance, and I think that's kind of one of the things that he's, I guess doing with Carol is you can live out there, but you are mine at the end of the day.
Yeah,
you are going to come home for the pomegranate seed.
But he laid it on there pretty nicely, just kind of going straight forward and telling her what he was all about and why he's going about it the way he is.
Yeah.
I mean, the contradiction is, I don't know, the people have to believe that it's still worse off out there. I honestly don't think it's that bad. Like, the people don't seem dumb for following him. I don't know.
I mean, they're
We got food.
being
Yeah,
paid.
you got food, you got shelter.
Right. Get education.
Heaven in Greek mythology, heaven was in hell. There was the realm where the heroes roamed. There was heaven.
It was
and
all in
there
the
was
afterlife.
Hell. It
Yeah.
was.
It was
the
all-
same
If you think
concept.
about all the zombies is considered hell.
It's
Outside the
hell,
walls is
and then
hell. You know
that's
what I mean?
heaven.
That's the little slice of heaven.
The only things I know about Greek mythology is from God of War.
You read the Odyssey in high school though, right?
I cliff notes.
Yeah. Cliff note.
I
Oh my
cliff
god,
noted
you
the
cliff
Odyssey.
note. Get the fuck
See,
out.
this is what happens.
You know what though? All those books that we were made to read in school, I didn't do it in school because it was just like not fun. It was forced. But like on my own, after school, I actually went back and read some of those.
Oh yeah,
books,
that's why
like-
it's been 2 years. You still haven't read Harry Potter?
Hey, I'm seeing it in a long time, brother.
So who you guys watching? Is this like a Walking Dead prop?
It's from AMC, man.
Is this like a real thing?
How do you know so much about it?
My cultural and humanities class. It's something I've always been interested in, but I took like a legitimate class in college.
Oh, nice.
I like this.
Yeah, I've always been interested in it, but I never had enough
Like,
motivation to go find out myself.
Looks like next week we're going to Negan City.
That'd be
See how those
Be able to
politics
see
work.
that, yeah.
So we're just gonna kind of see how different politics and different communities in the apocalypse operate, which is cool.
Until they all rise up.
Negan seems to have the lock because
He has the because he has the
even the
numbers.
kingdom is kind of like, we're gonna give you some shit.
But what's his
I
name was
love
like,
that.
we could take him. Chris or whatever guy, the guy who got punched like 3 times. He was like, are you sure we're not letting you off easy, or are you sure you're letting us off easy?
And they're all very well armed. So.
Maybe Kingdom they are preparing to go against Negan.
They're on horseback.
Well, no,
halberds,
you remember he
and
was
swords.
telling Morgan
Yeah.
exactly the opposite. He wants to practice peace more than,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He was letting his dude get punched in the face. Imagine what Rick would do in that situation.
Yeah, Rick sees his people as soldiers, whereas King Ezekiel is one of those people trying to build a community. And
He's
so
did a
Rick,
great job.
Yeah, Rick's going to be like, we're going to go in here, we're possibly going to die. That is a risk that we should take for the happiness that we're going to see. Whereas Ezekiel's just like, if I can keep the violence away from the people and we can continue to grow, then why not?
Yeah. And I mean, everybody in the community doesn't really need to be soldiers. They can be specific soldiers, and they're people who actually create food. And they don't. So it doesn't matter.
They have crafts.
Yeah, that's why it kind of
skills.
bothers me when Carol's like, "Oh, you feeding them lies." Like, it's fine. It's a community.
Yeah, it's not
Eventually, we
bad.
have a community. Let them live.
Yeah, because I mean, by that logic, you could say like, I mean, we also are in a society, but outside of it, there's the wild and like wild animals and like shit. Bad shit goes down there. You could make that argument about anything, but that doesn't mean that you don't live in a safe community. Like that's evolution. Like it's just that's
I think
that's
funny
what's got to
thing-
happen.
The funny thing about Negan though is I think that like you have like the Kingdom, you have like Rick's group, like they actually try to like substantiate an existence. Negan's group just kind of shows up and says, "Give me half your shit." Like they're more militant for.
Yeah.
We're not gonna have farms. We're not gonna fucking like try to do that stuff. We're just gonna come take your shit.
Well, it's just like
and
it's
you're
just
gonna
like
work
the
for us.
yeah, it's just like the world too. I mean, there's like different countries that look at fucking North Korea and how fucked up
Never heard of
that country is.
Never heard of it.
I like that the communities are running, different. Each one is run differently. I mean, it's indicative of the world. Everybody does their shit differently.
So who's the better leader, Rick, King Ezekiel, Negan, or King Jong-un?
Do we think
Jong-un.
we have?
I don't trust Ezekiel. Not
I
yet.
don't trust him.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel
thought
like
he
there's
was-
something.
You think
that
so?
he
Yeah.
was-
Say real nice.
I
Yeah, he's
think
real cool.
Too nice.
Way
yeah,
nice.
too open.
But then he kind of
and
explains it.
with the whole pomegranate aspect of.
I like
You
it.
know,
That's
Yeah,
interesting to hear the
Hades,
Since
yeah.
you
Greek
told me
side of it,
that,
yeah.
that's like a little hint that the writers obviously were they were making it clear
They knew.
for you at least,
Yeah.
making it clear for us. Thank you.
It could be one of those things though where like an author, the curtains are blue, and then as a reader you're thinking, this is a representation of their soul and their melancholy and emotions. And da-da-da-da.
It's
But
like
at the end
Green
of the day,
Knight
maybe the
and
author
Negan.
just really likes the color blue.
Right.
Curtains were that way for a
The
reason.
director's like, yeah, we just want to put pomegranate in there because I really like it.
It's the whole who did Negan kill kind of thing. It's like sometimes you look a little too deep into
Yeah.
the
But I think
philosophical
that was
aspect.
that
I think
seemed
that was
pretty
on purpose.
intentional.
Yeah, I think you did too. The pomegranate's definitely.
But even without it, he was too open. Like you said, like he was too open about everything. He was like too optimistic and too. It's like,
And so
Oh,
willing to
yeah,
break the
like-
facade.
let me help you.
But you saw the other side of it too, like with the pigs and like how he was telling Morgan, this is a secret I keep from my people. So I like that he's an open book.
I think it was just him dealing with Negan.
With
in general. Yeah.
But I like that he's an open book. I mean, he just seems like he seems like he knows what he's doing.
Who's the leader of the Hilltop? Jesus.
No, Jesus
No,
works
no,
with the mayor.
Jesus is like the real leader.
No, Jesus
No.
is just like
Uh,
one of those.
yeah, he was-
It's
he
like
was just-
Aaron.
Gotcha.
Jesus
he
is
goes out and
Aaron.
gets it.
Gregory. Is that
He
his
goes
name?
between the communities and keeps communication. That's pretty much his
Where
thing.
is Jesus?
Yeah, where is Jesus?
We're still waiting for his
People have been
second
trying
coming.
to find him for fucking
When
a long
is
time.
when's Jesus coming back?
So is next episode
Next episode?
is fourth episode going to be all Hilltop then too?
I appreciate Negan for the simple fact that like he is what he is. He like comes in and it's just kind of like I'm just gonna kill a bunch of motherfuckers and see give me the shit I want. Like there's no bullshit there.
black and
Like
white.
he really just shows up and says give me your shit or I'll kill you.
It's like a mafia tax.
Yeah.
Interesting to see, because I was thinking back to Hilltop now, and I guess Ezekiel, to see how the community operates. One, under the fear of knowing Negan exists, and you have to give up a tribute to him.
It's like a
Ezekiel's
Bug's
key,
Life.
Ezekiel's kingdom, where they're just kind of like, hey, we're doing our thing, we're living happily,
Yeah.
not under that pressure. Whereas everybody else over at Hilltop is constantly like, we could die any day.
Yeah.
He's able to send people back of his own community at Hilltop, or Negan's able to send back. What was that one guy that tried to kill the mayor?
Yeah.
and then Rick just
It's interesting how all these
stabbed him
like
with his thumb right in the throat.
it's interesting how all these like communities form because when the world went to shit, like all of these people were essentially at some point on their own, and somehow like I wonder how Negan became Negan. Like how did his
biker crew.
He had to be a
guarantee.
fucking
like a
biker.
huge
Yeah,
compound.
man.
He's got numbering. He's got
Hey,
military.
someone in the comments said Lucille is the name of Negan's
Wife that
Yeah,
died
wife,
of cancer
or
or some
something
shit.
like that. Yeah.
I know a little bit of his backstory, but it's still interesting because she's like he's got such a complex operation.
Well, look at it. What if we just kind of dropped in on Rick leading Alexandria? We kind of saw how that happened. He kind of like took it over / they kind of earned it back. So I don't know. Maybe Ezekiel. Maybe the people just flocked. He's a dude with a tiger.
He's got a tiger.
Yeah, and like he'll be like, I'll stay with him.
Because if we were to take a glimpse at the prison right before the governor came back or came through with the tank, you know that place was a real nice setup.
Yeah.
You
It
know
was
they
really-
were
They
But
just
I'm,
weren't
but I'm thinking
set up
about
properly.
Negan, like his just no bullshit approach. Like, when did he start batting people? Like, you know, like when did he become that? I like all these new characters.
Yeah, good job, Ames. I
Maybe
mean,
he was
we
like
need to let it build up again after such a hefty first episode.
Oh yeah. I liked it. I like knowing more backstory of people. So it's so it was cool.
I like to see like Carol actually getting away from like she's a little weird still, but she's still the survivalist. She's always been
Yeah.
like grabbing the knife, grabbing the clothes. Like she's out of there. Like she's a stone cold. I want to make it by myself kind of
And again, it's like
adversary.
Kingdom, Hilltop, Alexandria, Carol's house.
Carol's house.
That's right.
Like
Stuck in the middle of
Oh, you don't want to fuck with her. Don't
Yeah.
skip that house on your way to
Yeah, you
supply
want to
room.
stay the fuck off of her lawn.
Don't even look toward
Just up
her.
in my grass, motherfuckers.
I think that's it, guys. Unless you guys have something else to add. I mean,
Negan got with Maggie, and her unborn child is Batman.
oh yeah, in Batman vs Superman, Negan and Maggie
are Batman's
were Bruce
parents.
Wayne's parents
Yep.
that got shot. The scene that everyone's seen at least 50 different iterations of by this
So
point.
if the universes are connected, Maggie's carrying Batman right now.
That's true. One little complaint is I don't think they need to bottleneck every single one of these. Like Game of Thrones hold on. Game of Thrones does a pretty decent job. I can hear you typing already. Of
Son of a bitch.
balancing several communities and storylines, you know? So like I feel like they can show at least 2 or 3 different locations. We don't need to. That was a good introduction to the kingdom, but let's see everybody. Like
Yeah, when it just gets
Yeah.
hung up on one thing, and it's just like, okay, come on.
Yeah.
I just think it was a break because like
Yeah.
that first episode was kind of like damn. Like a lot of people really didn't know how to fucking process
Yeah,
this.
'cause
So it was
it
kind of
was-
like, hey, here's a guy with dreadlocks and a tiger.
Next week, Negan City. Let's do
Negan
it.
City, yeah.
Comment below.
Oh shit.
Check out some of our old skits. Will actually played Negan in some of our old skits.
And I'm only somewhat a psychopath, you motherfuckers.
You can support us on Patreon if you'd like. Just through the Walking Dead season, you can retract that $1 right after the season's over. It helps us. You know,
giveaway.
we can buy pizza for everybody.
Giveaway?
We can buy Coke and pizza.
We're already able to
Well, we didn't bring
pay
anything
some
down,
bills.
Oh yeah, we got a read in the show.
We did get a read.
We got a read. All right, guys. Peace out.
All right,
Peace out.
peace.
Bye.